We're honored to have with us on the phone Brandon Heath. Brandon, I know things must be very busy for you, so thanks for taking some time and spending a few minutes with us.
Oh, no problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to welcoming you back to Syracuse. We had you here back in 2009 in September when you were here with Leland and Francesca Battistelli. And so we're looking forward to bringing you back again, this time with Mandisa and Laura Story. That's going to be on March 16th at 7 p.m. at North Syracuse Baptist Church. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
Thank you. I remember a time when I was actually flying out to Syracuse to do a show, and it got canceled because there was a huge blizzard. Do you remember the big snowstorm over Valentine's Day? It was like maybe 2010.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, and all my stuff made it to Syracuse, but I didn't make it. Like my guitar, all my clothes, all went, and then I got stuck in Nashville. So,
well, hopefully this won't be quite as quite as notorious a visit as that was.
you guys have had a lot of snow, right?
We normally have a lot of snow. Right now, it's we can actually see little blades of grass out there, so it's been a little bit of a not too bad of a winter for us, at least here in the Syracuse area. So
That's good. That's good.
not too bad. Well, anyway, a lot of people know you obviously by your songs and by the music that you've written. And when we listen to your songs, we really get a window into your life. And it's obvious that there's a lot that has brought you to where you are today, musically, personally, and even spiritually. Has your childhood, your story, and your own personal journey, has any of those had an impact on your music and your career?
Yeah, I think that's probably true for every artist. We all integrate our lives into our songs, and I know for me, when I first started writing, it was just a form of therapy, and it kind of still is. Some songs you write for other people, and some songs you just write for yourself. And I remember in the beginning, it was all I was writing them for me, and I got to know God when I was 16 through this great organization called Young Life, and heard the gospel for the first time, and so I was writing songs for him, and it's really kind of translated, thankfully, into a career for me, and so grateful that I get to speak the language of music for a living. It's a huge honor.
Was music something that was always part of your childhood, or was it something that sort of came in as you were growing up?
So I didn't know that I could sing, really. My dad and mom both were big music fans, and Dad had a lot of LPs, a lot of vinyl, and Mom, just loved singing along with the radio. So I don't know. I remember being really young, and I think the first song that I ever learned was a Roy Orbison song, and it just made me a fan of music. But maybe I didn't realize at such a young age that I had a gift for it, I really didn't realize until I was in 8th grade. I was in a choir, and my choir teacher just suggested to me that I was good at singing, and so that helped boost my confidence, and I got a little bit better at it as I went along.
Well, you mentioned Young Life a little bit there, and there's a pretty active Young Life community here in Syracuse, and I know that Young Life did play a pretty big role in your teenagers. How did that come about, and are you still active with Young Life at all?
Yeah, I'm very active in a sense. I get to go and speak a lot at they call them banquets. They have them once a year to raise money for the area for Young Life, and I kind of I've been told I'm like the poster child for Young Life. I wasn't a believer and came to know Jesus through Young Life, and then became a Christian rock star, and I get to talk to thousands, if not millions, about Jesus on a regular basis. And so I would say that Young Life really, in the very beginning, was a support system for me, not only to really build a great foundation of hearing the gospel, but also they were with me. They're still with me. I talked to my Young Life leader yesterday on the phone, and I'm almost 35 years old. So these are lifelong friends that you'll have in your life, and they were really great mentors to me when I was young, and shared the gospel and made a huge impact on me as a young adult, and then into being an adult. And they were actually the first people that listened to my music as well. I played at a Young Life camp called Malibu, and they just were a great support to me. So I give Young Life a lot of credit for where I am today.
That's great. And I think that would be sort of an ideal case for them as they bring kids just around in the area, as kids invite their friends to their Young Life groups. And I think that would be a great, it's a great story and a great testimony. Each of your songs is unique, and yet in some ways they're almost connected to each other on some level. And over the course of your career, you've had songs that have been at number one, on the Billboard list. You've had songs nominated for Grammys. You've won Dove Awards and a lot of recognition. Is there a song that's particularly special to you, or that resonates with you in a special way?
Yeah, there probably the one that most still fits me is a song called "I'm Not Who I Was," and I wrote that song before I had a record deal or a publishing deal. Like I was saying earlier, some songs you write for others, and some songs you write for yourself. They're kind of a form of therapy. And I wrote "I'm Not Who I Was" for myself, but I wrote it for my stepmom, and I needed to forgive her for some hard times when I was younger with her and my dad, and so I wrote that song, and I had no idea it was going to hit the radio, but it was my first number one, and people really loved and connected with that song, but it didn't even have a chorus to it. It doesn't really fit the normal format for what you would hear on Christian radio, and it gave me permission to kind of color outside the lines, and I've always been very appreciative to the Christian audiences, but also that song has ministered to me. It continues to minister to me.
Well, you've definitely had a great deal of success throughout the years, and you've worked alongside other recording artists as well, including Jars of Clay, Britt Nicole, Bebo Norman, and others. And you actually also had the unique opportunity to sing at Carrie Underwood's wedding. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. Isn't that crazy?
It's it's not something that everybody can say that they've done before.
Right, yeah.
But with so much success and such a platform to communicate, have you found that your success has impacted your personal ministry?
I mean, I think that my ministry, as far as the breadth of it, yes. Like the size of it, success commercially definitely helps to grow it in a bigger way. I think content-wise, success, you have to be really careful because it can take a lot of your time, But that's kind of where you put all your eggs in that basket. You end up, some things that are, I think, more important end up going on the wayside. So I have to be really careful not to let success govern, what my content is and the depth that I go in ministry. So, I see it more just being at home and being with friends and being in my men's group, and that's really what defines my ministry as far as what I talk about. And I just get a lot from the mundane sometimes. Honestly, I get a lot from conversations with friends, and so yeah, I think you certainly draw from the when it comes to success, if there's a good strong current, you definitely want to jump in and keep going. But I think it's also good to make sure that you've got people along the way with you that are keeping you level-headed.
Right. Yeah. No, that's definitely a very, very good perspective. Well, the 3-in-1 tour, it feels kind of unique in the sense that all three of you, Mandisa, Laura, and yourself, are all very well known, very, very established as artists. How has that contributed as you guys have been practicing and performing the show?
Let me tell you, there's a lot of competition on stage. We're great friends with each other, and I'm a fan of both of theirs. So there's mutual admiration on stage. We give a lot of props to each other and a lot of collaboration between the three of us. So we're really there to set each other's up to really succeed. So I mean, the fact that I rap and dance for Mandisa, that I'm invested.
That's going to be, we're looking forward to see that along with everything else.
It's worth the price of admission alone, trust me.
Well, we're excited to have you back in Syracuse again with Mandisa and Laura's story on March 16th, 7 p.m. at North Syracuse Baptist Church. Right before we go, Brandon, how can people follow you online? Are you on Facebook? You're on Twitter? What are the different ways that people can stay in touch with you?
Well, I'm on all of them, but I'll be honest with you, I rarely go on my Facebook. But if you really want to follow what I'm doing, I tweet once or twice a day. So Twitter is at Brandon Heath is my handle.
Okay, sounds good. Well, if you're listening to this online, we'll have links to Brandon's Twitter page as well as his Facebook page if you want to follow that too. And go ahead and click right through there. Brandon, again, we really appreciate your time. I know you must be very, very busy. And so have safe travels, and we'll look forward to seeing you here real soon.
All right, we'll see you very soon.